Good morning, America. This is your friend, Dr. Turi. At least I hope I'm your friend. All right. Well, you start the day with me, so it's got to be an interesting one again. All right. Now, the title of this newsletter associated with this video is 6.3 earthquakes in Oregon, 6.1 earthquakes in Japan. Dr. Turi did it again. All right, now, immediately, because of the title, you're going to have a lot of people saying, he's an egocentric. Why not focusing on the result instead of looking at the delivery or the title of my newsletter for a change? All right, now, a couple days ago, I think it was on the 27th, yes, Draco gave me another date. I channel him, and sometimes he's giving me data. In my mind, I thought, I already have a date on the 27th. Why should I put the 29th? Sometimes I try to challenge him, and I have learned not to do that. So he gave me the dates of the 29th, which is today, okay? And he warned me about large earthquakes, and I'm warning you, or I did warn you, about the possibility of earthquakes at or above 6.0, okay? Again, if you look at the news today, first of all, yesterday, during this window, we had a 6.6 in the Sandwich Islands, and today we had a 6.1, okay, in Japan, and a 6.3 in Oregon in the United States. Again, glad it's not a 6, 9, 7, 9, whatever in Los Angeles. But when Draco gave me a date, you got to pay attention, because if I do pay attention and I trust him, maybe you're going to learn to do the same. It's important to remember also that those dates were given last month to all my VIPs on the Cosmic Code website. And you also have to remember those dates were given pretty much in all my radio shows. I always gave date, and they don't change, they are the same. Apart from the 29, which came at the last second. You know, Draco hit me and said, talk about this right now. And I made a specific video a couple of days ago about it. So there you go. Again, I am offering you the proof that my UFO predictive legacy should be trusted, should be edited by everybody. But hey, it is your choice. I want to also thanks to people that have clicked on I like it. Well, it makes me feel good. It shows me that you care, and you give me the strength to work a little bit harder for you guys. Because, you know, it comes down to it. What do you give the world today? And every single day I'm here trying to help you, trying to guide you, trying to save life, to warn you well before NOAA, before any geologist, before USGS, before anybody can give you any specific of real warning as far as timing is concerned. Okay, here I am. All right, now there is more dates in those radio shows. You have the links, they are lives. Just, you know, make notes on your calendar. Doesn't mean that the earthquake's not going to happen, okay? It doesn't mean that you're going to die on these earthquakes, because it has to do with a lot of other elements, particularly your personal cosmic biorhythm, positive or negative. So let's say you are doing one of my negative window, and in one of your 2019 negative cosmic biorhythm, chances are of you escaping death are very, very remote. That's how it is. I also mentioned earthquakes, and then, a volcano. And yesterday we had a spectacular volcano eruption, a couple of days ago, that sends people running for their lives. So that was in Italy. Again, the keywords are there, and I re-mentioned that so you understand. So let's talk about those shocking, unusual, sometimes weird news that are taking place right now. And understand again, the idea here is to make you aware of those particular cosmic winds that create particular news because they are stimulated by the reptilians who are all cosmic conscious. All right, now, shocked and devastated. The first picture is the one of a kid. This guy was running naked. Sadly enough, he used a sledgehammer and he killed his mother, I think, family members. I mean, it's pretty grisly murder, very bad. So it's obvious that for a guy to run naked in the street, something is wrong with the head. So again, he was at a hospital. I think I didn't read the full story. I just glanced through it because I have no time. I got to take care of a lot of things. So basically, to me, it looks like if he was infected by ingesting medication or drugs prior to this, legal or illegal, I have no idea. But what you're witnessing here is a human being being totally hijacked by the reptilians and killing everybody, and then wanted to kill himself because I believe he's in a suicidal watch currently. So this is sad. This is terrible. This is unusual. And he's a kid. I think he's 18 years old. He's a victim of the system, a victim of the U.S. Department of Education, not allowing me and my student to reach your kids and educate them in order to regenerate, to understand who they are, the part they played in God's cosmic design, their fate. So being aware of all this allow them not only to regenerate, but also to get a good grip on their actions and stop the robotic, destructive action that is induced by the reptilians in their brain. All right, what else do we have? The latest forecast shows just how powerful the storm could be when it makes landfall in Florida. We are talking about this hurricane, sad enough, which is intensifying. And for your information, once again, I have to, I might sound redundant to some of you, but I have to use repetition. This hurricane was predicted well before it existed. Last month, I give you the dates. On the radio, I give you the dates. Okay, so natural disaster does not involve just earthquakes, a tornado, volcano eruption, but also hurricane. All right, so the idea is to be warned because if a lot of you decide to take a cruise during those negative windows, chances are you're going to be wasting a lot of time, and that is, if you're lucky, you're going to waste money, but you're not going to waste your life. So that's just the way it is. Okay, revealing a new face of a 3.8 million years old early human ancestor. The reason why I picked this piece of news because it's very old. The keywords mentioned very old information, very old news. So if you're interested about what the scientific community found out, just read it. Another one, a remain of 250 sacrificed children found. Again, very old. And the word children is mentioned. The reptilians tend to emphasize information, news about children, making your children, of course, very vulnerable in the process. Okay, as far as sacrificed their finding is concerned, I'm not exactly 100% with them. Meantime, reptilians, infected lunatic, religious fanatics have been there since the get-go. Okay, so not all Incas, Mayan, Atlantid, and disappeared civilization spiritual leaders were smart. Many of them were infected by the reptilians, and they will find any excuses to stop the weather by killing children or eating them or whatever some conspiracy talking head want you to believe out there. But you have to understand also that the Spaniards, when they first arrived out there, they destroyed their temple and then they rebuilt their church on those vortexes. That's why religion literally exploded, because those guys didn't build their pyramid where they felt like each one of these pyramids were facing a specific constellation, because those guys were astrologers, not astronomer. Remember, astronomy did not exist then. And astronomy is a byproduct of astrology. If it wasn't for astrology, there would be no astronomers. All right. Toddlers dies after store display falls on her in an Illinois mall. Again, I told you the children are vulnerable. It is not every single day. It's not very normal. It's not usual to have a kid that die because a store display fall on her and kill her. It is happening now because of these disrupting, shocking windows that are inducing all those accidents. Remember, there are no accidents, only cosmic circumstances that have not yet been understood by the scientific community and 99.9% of people watching me right here, right now. So that's the beauty of working with me, so I can give you an idea, an understanding of what is actually producing this type of news that changes as the winds are moving in different direction in the universe, for lack of words. This ain't your mother's marijuana. Surgeon General warns pregnant women and youth about using pot. Again, children, okay? The Surgeon General does not know, of course, that using a lot of pot would definitely open the golden door, lay down the red carpet for the reptilians to infest the genes of the young mother and the baby right inside of a womb, and produce, as I said many times before, Down syndromes, autistic children, gays and lesbians. And you know my philosophy, nothing against my friends, student, client, students that are gays and lesbian. It's just an explanation to why their physiology and choice in the process has changed. And instead of wanting to kill these people, just understand that they are victimized. They were victimized, and it's against their control, it's against their will, and it could be also part of their own karma. So there is quite a lot behind all this. The idea here is not to misjudge or try to hurt any gays and lesbians because they do not behave like you, okay? All right, now move on to another one here. Study reveals a possible culprit for teens depression. Again, children culprit. So basically, to them, I read a little bit of that one. It appears because their diet, they're missing some whatever in the foods. Oh my gosh, they are so far from what really is going on. It's amazing. If you think because you are eating very specific food, you're not going to get depressed. This is physiology. This is the human body. It's common sense that you need to eat all sorts of foods, because all the elements to keep your bones, your nerves, your muscles in good function, you got to have all this food. Remember, you're a battery, so you got to eat proper food, no pot, no drugs, legal or illegal. Okay, no abusing alcohol or anything else. That's logical. Doesn't take a genius. You don't have to be Einstein to understand that. What I'm referring to is the mind. Okay, this has nothing to do. The body and the spirit are two very different entities here. And people tend to mingle. The scientists who don't know better, they are using their 5 rational limited human sense and cannot understand that the human mind is connected with the universal mind, which is interacting from a very magical, wonderful, dignified design and created by God himself. So if you think that eating the right food will stop depression, and then you're far from reality, as far as I am concerned, okay? What's happening here, you can feed those kids the best food in the world with all the vitamin and everything else. They will still get depressed. They will still commit suicide or kill everybody in the process, okay? Because they're infected, because they do not regenerate. those scientists do not know the location of Pluto in their chart. And if you do not do what Pluto is imposing by house and by signs, you are going to die, because Pluto is a planet of life and death, and it happens to be also the main stage area chosen by the reptilians in our solar system. Their base is on Pluto. Do you think it's an accident for the reptilians to pick Pluto in our solar system as their base? Or is because they regenerate from the energy of the planet, which is all about the criminal element, dying, rebirthing, drama, killing? It's amazing that the scientists nowadays are so rational, so practical, and unable to enter the archetypal realm of supracosmic consciousness, or even delegate or try to investigate astrology. So the scientists are the first people who are not respecting and honoring the word science, which demand to investigate. They don't even do that. So there you go. That's my my belief as far as their stupid study is concerned, and they put everything on food or missing some vitamins or whatever. How stupid. That's ridiculous. Couple used a baseball bat to fight off bear and 2 cubs who got into their homes. Now, do you think that happened every day? Doesn't, not in my book. Okay, so that's pretty shocking. Okay, all right, so you go and get a cabin. Obviously, if you're in the middle of a mountain and then tell you bears, or chances are you know that you are infringing their environments. Now, so chances are you might have a visit from those bears, but at the same time, to have them entering your cabin and fighting them off with a baseball bat means you're lucky. You're lucky to stay alive, because usually the mother protecting cubs are pretty unforgiving. So thanks your good stars or your positive cosmic biorhythm. Director says he had up to 20,000 sexual partner. My God. You know, I remember when I was with my friend Gary Busey, we went in a cruise together, Playboy cruise, many years ago, and I was young and wild. Oh my gosh, those girls was throwing themselves at every one of these famous guys. They just, you could see the stupidity, you could see the ego to have a picture being taken by one of these guys, famous guys, and at the same time taking a chance of being literally raped, because their logic is gone. Emotions, oh my gosh, I'm with a very famous person, oh my God. And then the next thing you know, this person abused that person. You grab them by the pussy. It's a fact. And that's just the way it is, because those young people are not mature yet. They don't understand what could happen to them. So they smoke drugs, they take God knows what. All these very famous people cannot survive without the use of legal or illegal drugs. Believe me, it's impossible if you're a famous person not to delegate that. It's just the way it is. So they're all infected. And then God knows what's going to happen to you if you connect with them and you're not smart enough. So that's basically how it is. So I don't understand, with 20,000 sexual partner, this guy didn't get an STD. Or he probably did, but you ain't going to know about it. He's not going to mention that. He's not going to be too proud saying, well, I got screwed a couple of times and I had to go and visit the doctor to get fixed. Meantime, it probably still had sexual relationship with those young idiots who got also infected. This is how it'll start. Reptilians, and then here goes the results. All right, now what else do we have? Apple apologized for listening to Siri recording. I mean, the word technology is involved. You know what? Since I've been kicked out of Facebook and LinkedIn, I feel better. For some reason, I have much more time to auto-analyze everything in life, to meditate. Don't have to watch and participate or fight some losers and envious, jealous, insecure people that you have out there. I was planning, after what, so many weeks sitting on my couch, I was planning to go and visit the Las Vegas Titanic Museum. But I just can't, not just yet. My back is giving me too much pain. Even with painkiller, I can barely function. So I got to be very, very careful. So I guess I have to do that some other time once I'm healed, once I'm fixed. So for now, I'm just waiting for the day to come to do the MRI, and then from there I'll see what the specialist, the spine specialist, will say if I need surgery or not in my back. So right now, I'm sad. I was really counting. I was really planning on having fun. Since I left, since I was fired from Facebook, it's just like so relaxing. So if you think that Apple is the only one that's listening to your conversation, to your recording, to your words, just be careful out there, guys. If you're still on Facebook, just be careful what you say, careful what you post out there, because there is a lot of reptilian infected corporations that are going to use all that to try to sell you their stuff or get your votes. So be cautious. The cyber warfare has been going on since the first computers was invented. That's the technology being misapplied or misused negatively by infected people out there. So be cautious. I really think that instead of going to Area 51, people should say, let's drop Facebook. Let's drop LinkedIn. You see what happened if that was to take place. Imagine how your life would be. It's just a choice. As far as I'm concerned, it was not a choice. I was kicked out, and I saw it, and I predicted it, and I'm out. But what I'm saying is now I have a choice. I can always, as I said, get a new computer, get a new email address, and then bypass their filter and go back there. No, I'm just, I don't know. It's been a few weeks now, and I feel different. Humans are machines of habits. Okay. So if I got to have a habit, I might as well have a positive habit, a productive habit. So instead of spending hours and hours and hours trying to shove down the throat of idiots, cosmic consciousness, and warn them about earthquakes or whatever, I got better thing to do. As I always says, it is only when the student is ready that the true teacher will appear. And sad enough, it's just the way it is. It's all reptilian infected out there, and you're degenerating. So be careful of what type of information you're giving, putting out there, because not just Apple, but every single platform you're using is being manipulated by the reptilians. So be cautious, okay? Influencer blasted after fan notices strange things about a photo. That's a beautiful girl. She's got a nice butt, obviously. All those who could never get a date if their life depend on them just look at pretty girls everywhere, but they also know they could never have that girl. So as soon as they see something that could hurt her, they're going to mess it up. In her case, I believe she was playing with the pictures, Photoshop, and she always had the same cloud and sky, and somebody noticed that and started to beat the hair out of her. So that's basically what technology is all about. That's how a reptilian infected loser will regenerate by making this influencer, young, beautiful, innocent, pretty girl feeling like shit. So that's what it is. So careful how you use technology. And remember, if you get a name, if you have a position, chances are the reptilians put you there. Okay, because what is she offering to the world? Wherever she goes, she takes a beautiful picture of herself. She boosts her ego. She shares her experience. So there is a lot of interesting things that demand you not to think. You're there, wanted to have such a beautiful girl with you. Of course, you can't, but through technology, there's a lot of things you can do in your head. You understand what I'm saying here? So it is all reptilian generated. That's why she was put in power. That's why she's an influencer. You ain't going to see me in my video being becoming or me becoming an influencer. Okay, it's only a very, very, very tiny, limited superhumans are going to be watching my videos. And I'm telling you again, we are such an insignificant number in the masses of people. Just imagine a stadium with hundreds of thousands of people from all walks of life, educated, smart, genius, idiots, rich, poor, healthy, sick. All this mass of people here. Okay? How many Dr. Turi you're going to see there? They ain't going to see me. Okay? And that's what makes a difference between being a superhuman and being a normal person. If you're a normal person, you lead a normal life, so be it, because sports are a way to entertain yourself. But most of all those metrics are designed to stop you investigating the reptilian agenda, asking questions to what the Illuminati are all about and what they are up to, and then most of all, never get an understanding to what God, cosmic divinity is all about. So we are a very, very tiny majority. And again, I'm taking this opportunity to thank all the people out there who have clicked, yes, I like your work, Dr. Turi, because there is still a hell of a lot of infected people that comes back. They all come back to read, to entertain themselves, or whatever they're doing out there, but they're not going to click, I like you. They don't, because they feel insecure. The reasons are endless. Okay, and one thing sure, they certainly are not going to like the fact that expose all these people for what they really are, subhumans, unable to participate with the light, to promote something that they enjoy, something that they learn. However, they will find something negative to say about it, and they will make sure to feed the reptilians by being silent and being selfish. Maybe they have just fears. Oh my gosh, if I promote Dr. Turi, what my family, what my friends are going to say. That tells you are insecure and are possessed. They are, instead of taking a chance and standing for what their hearts, their guts, their feeling are saying. Okay? I would rather slave for the reptilians. I don't want to be sought as a crazy person like Dr. Turi. You know, I don't want even get remotely connected with this person. Meantime, I'm going to go every day and I'm going to get my dose of spiritual regeneration, but I'm not going to share that wisdom with other people because, oh my God, what would the world say about me? Who are you? That's what I'm trying to say. To worry so much. Well, hey, one more time to all the superhumans who have clicked, I like it. You do not understand just yet that little stupid little action of clicking yes, I like, and sharing my work. What's going to do to you as far as your wishes, your happiness, your opportunity, and being blessed by the draconics and opening the door to the forces of the sun to reach you. So thank you one more times, and do it again. It's not for my ego. I don't care, you know. I don't care, really. But it's just show that I'm not wasting my time. And because it's very, very hard for me to see the type of world, and it is probably for you too. It is sometimes very hard for me to see the type of world we are living in. And then with all my dedication, with all my effort, even with the pain that I have, I'm still here to try to explain things that are sometimes unexplainable by warning you of large earthquakes, by giving you very specific dates, and then those earthquakes happen on those specific dates, yet I don't get no reward for it, okay? I got my wife, I got my little dog, I got all my friends, and I got all my supporters, and that should be good enough. It is when you look at it. If not, I wouldn't be doing this again today. So this is what it is, my friend. This is what it is. I just hope to be back together for the Spiritual Awakening series, the contract that I have, that I've signed with Tom Deinheiser. I have to be in Los Angeles in September the 25th. So that's pretty much a month from now, and God willing, I will be healed. From what I heard, maybe this surgery that I might need on my back, it should be not invasive. I'm sure you heard of that, those type of surgery they do with laser. I think the next day you're going back to work, and a week or two later you're back together. So it all depends how my surgeon's going to read the MRIs, both for my eyes, because I was a welder when I was younger. So they don't want my eyes to pop up my other socket. So precaution, I got to have MRI on my eyes too. I was surprised yesterday when I found out. And then MRI on my back. When he found out what it is, then we're going to go from his diagnostic to the prognostic, and eventually the surgery. Not sure if I yet need it, but man, that's not normal for me. If I make a sudden jerk, I gotta be very careful to get like stabbed right in the middle of my shoulder blade. I don't wish that to anybody who really, really hurts. Getting up in the morning is just a total nightmare. If I start to move at night when I sleep, it's a freaking nightmare of pain. And I scream many, many times. So I hope I'll be back together next month and fulfill my commitment. And if not, well, I've got to swallow a bunch of painkiller, but I will be there. Doesn't matter the pain, I will be there. So prayer accepted. Your prayer accepted. Remember, natural healing is wonderful. That's what I teach. Remember, I had cancer, I beat cancer, I know why I got cancer, and I know exactly what to do to beat it. Okay, I could never teach anyone about getting rid of cancer if I never had it. Okay, same with UFOs. I cannot talk about UFOs if I never seen a UFO. They've been with me since I'm a child, let alone talking to Draco. So understand that you cannot just eliminate completely all the doctors, because if it wasn't for science and those doctors, my nose wouldn't be fixed, my elbow wouldn't be fixed, my hand wouldn't be fixed. This time I fought and broke my hand, the God knows what stitches on my head. My hip wouldn't be fixed, and my back would not be fixed. So it's important not to throw the water with the baby and think all the doctors and science is no good. You need to understand your limit. You need to have enough critical thinking to realize what's good for you, what's not good for you. I hate painkiller. I can stand painkiller, but if they can kill the pain, believe me, I got no other option than to take them. And that's where we're at. All right, my good friends. Again, we come at the end of this little meeting today. One more time, thank you very much for your like. Most of all, one more time, that's very, very important. Remember, I'm not on the Facebook anymore. I only have you. So click on the link. I give the full advertisement. Just copy and paste. All you got to do, copy and paste and put it in Facebook for me. So let other people who, like you, once upon a time were looking for something, a truth seeker like you, a superhuman. There are a lot of superhumans, a mass of subhumans out there, okay? And then you have to be that channel. You have to be that bridge to share. So this way, you know, you will help them to regenerate, and they will enjoy my work as much as you enjoy it right now. So with this, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for helping me. God bless you. Talk to you again, God willing. Goodbye.